Hello, everybody, and welcome to our session of Touchstone DnD 5e, which is a bit of a homebrew for me. And thanks to all these wonderful people, we are kicking the ass and hopefully not dying horribly. Although one of us has been turned into a mechanical wormling as of last week. Of course, he's not here at the moment, but I promise he did get turned. Anybody want to do a quick recap, or we're gonna rely on the GM for that?
We got glass armor. We solved the puzzle, and someone got transformed into a mechanical wormling. And now we are on the road back, I believe.
That is entirely accurate. It works for me. All right. So, you guys are on your way back. You've retrieved the armor that you were sent out. It originally believed to be a cloak, and it is a cloak of sorts, but not quite the thing that you thought. And now you have a better understanding of how those books work, Mr. Rocks. It might be easier for you to decipher them in the future, although you're not entirely sure they all work exactly the same. Maybe. We also Tinkle caused a small tear in the fabric of magic, which is fun.
Seems like just another Friday night.
Right?
Oh, that sounds like my Saturday night.
All right, so you guys are on your way back. I am going to... How do I not have dice at my table?
Do you want to rely on the terrible rolling of roll 20?
Do you know why I get you guys to roll on 20, but I don't roll on roll 20 myself?
Because you know terrible rolls?
No, because if I get a critical hit on these dice and I don't want you guys to die, I don't want everyone on stream seeing that I'm fudging the dice.
That's fair enough.
Mm-hmm. But if I roll on roll 20... what's up, man?
Oh, sorry I was late. My Discord decided to disconnect me and say I was in a new location than I already was. So that was a freaking 10-minute try to fix.
Sounds beautiful to me. So, you guys take 3 days to get back, of course, and it doesn't take you too long to realize that the wormling transformation isn't just going away, but Yalok's body is in a state of kind of suspended animation. He doesn't need to drink or eat. He doesn't really need to be taken care of. He just needs to be left alone, probably somewhere where he's not going to be in any danger, hopefully. You guys make it back to town on the morning of the third day, and you ride into town with a beautiful emerald green wormling on your shoulders. Now, there's a whole lot you guys could do, and I'll leave it to you to decide what you want to do today.
I'm just gonna put this forward. Yalok is like 40% of our party's damage. We should probably figure out how to fix him before we get in any more fights.
He's fine.
Well, I believe Tinkle said that we need to find a wizard of significant power, and I can only think of 2 magic users that might qualify for that. Here.
And didn't we kill one of them?
No, there's an actual wizard in town that we were told to stay away from because he's dangerous, or they're dangerous. I don't know if it's a he or she.
Sounds exciting. Let's go.
What about that Archbishop dude?
Archbishop?
Yeah, the Archbishop Xerxes.
Wycliffe?
No, yeah, he's in the Wycliffe thing.
Well, I mean, he might be one of us, but I don't think we're necessarily on the most friendly of terms.
I mean, that's fair.
However, though, we did help save his people from a zombie invasion, so we might have some favor there.
Was there Sorry, was there some Wycliffe favor? No, that was from the bounty. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
That was for the swift winds or whatever that we don't know about. So I mean, we could ask Xerxes. His name was Xerxes.
Archbishop Xerxes, yep.
We could ask Archbishop Xerxes if he has access to that. Maybe we could do some form of trade. It's not a bad idea.
Well, I think
Yeah.
we should, if we do that, we should probably not send in all of us.
I would agree.
Good idea.
in my
I'll go
personal
myself.
opinion.
No.
So what's
No.
the other mage dude that we were told to stay away from? What was that again?
He's got a mage tower here. And I believe the turtle at the registry was his servant, if I recall.
Not servant per se, but
Called him master and couldn't say his name.
apprentice.
To me, that's a servant.
That's fair.
He told us to... Xerxes, I think, told us to be wary of him. Or was it the commandant? I don't remember.
So many loose ends you guys haven't investigated yet.
I think it was what's his name? Fucking the other Wycliffe guy, not Xerxes. The fucking
Euclid?
Maybe? Euclid?
Euclid Wycliffe is the de facto leader of the town at the moment, yes, and the head or the patriarch of the Wycliffe family.
Yeah, so I think it was him that told us, because that was like one of the first things that we ran into.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we could talk to Xerxes. He did cast a spell on somebody. Seemed to be quite potent. He might be able to supply us with a method of reversing this.
Yeah.
He seemed to get along with you. Why don't you go ask him?
You mean me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know that he got along with me.
He didn't seem to punish you when you were talking to him.
I guess he didn't kill me. That's fair.
And you probably have the most repertoire with him out of all of us. Not sure if repertoire is the right word, but talk the most. And no offense, Tinkle, I don't trust you alone in a room.
I believe you mean rapport.
Rapport, yes.
Well, sure, I could go and try and talk to him. I don't know. I don't know if we have anything.
Maybe he wants something done.
Sure.
Maybe he would like to know where a giant mechanical dragon is. Who knows? Or a tear in the fabric of magic.
How do we know it wasn't him that made it?
We don't. I'll leave that up to your discretion.
Okay, so someone want to come with me, or am I going in alone, or?
I'll come with you.
I would take not.
I
guess I'll...
Trouble follows Tinkle. Sorry, Tinkle.
That's like the party motto from now on.
Yeah, I can
Trouble
go with
follows
it.
Tinkle. But just I don't want random fireballs flying around the cathedral when I'm trying to negotiate. Yeah, I'm trying to earn some favor here. Sure, whoever wants to come, I guess.
I think Ragnar said he would go.
Yeah, I can go.
All right, let's make our way over then.
All right, and the rest of you are going to head back to the... Actually, I should probably change this now. It's no longer the miner's paradise.
Can I sneakily follow them?
Absolutely you can. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Nice.
You attempt to sneakily follow them by like, but you pass by like just a wandering minstrel, and you have to like start snapping your fingers to the beat, and they catch on before long, and just shake their heads and make sure you can't follow them from then on out.
At that point, I'm going to grab Aiden and start running up the side of the building.
Oh, that's fair. You can literally do that.
Wait,
Yep.
but I can't. And I'm
You-
heavy.
No.
He's more than strong. Like, pretty sure you're at what 18 now, good sir, for strength. Ragnar,
Yes, that is correct.
I think he's got enough to pull you, good sir. Unless you weigh, you would have to weigh close to 400 pounds for him to not be able to pull you.
And I'm also not wearing any armor, so I'm currently pretty light.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. I just start laughing as I'm all of a sudden levitating up the side of this
Right.
or this house.
Okay. So everyone who's going towards the Squatters Inn, you do notice the place has undergone some more renovations while you're gone. Even in just the nearly a week that you were gone, the place is looking a whole lot better. It's been spruced up, and you can see there's actually beginnings of a small forge being set out the side by the stables so that miscellaneous things can be done to repair whatever the adventurers or people bring through, including but not limited to horseshoes.
Perfect. I'm gonna go to the owner and see how much it is to rent like a room for like a month at a time.
Well, are you talking your pay or someone else's pay? Because unless you forget, you folks are the famous squatters. You're what this place is named after. So if it was for you folk, I'd say 3 gold pieces for a month.
I give them 3 gold pieces
All right. Where's the poor sod you want to shut up for a month?
for myself.
Ah.
I want to store things.
Oh, well, if you're just looking for some storage, I can rent you something cheaper over by the stables. That wouldn't be too hard, no.
No, that's fine. I'll take a room.
All right, be on your head then if you spend too much money. And anyway, he kind of hands you a key. Up you get.
Okay.
I'm sure you can find it.
I'm gonna start emptying my soul dust and my hidden armor because I don't want it to be seen up into that room.
Okay. Did you put the soul dust into anything besides just the crates?
No,
No bag of holding or anything like that?
I don't have a bag of holding.
Beautiful. Excellent.
I'm gonna obviously, if there's any markings on them, those are gonna disappear.
No, it's just regular crates made of like wooden slats.
And I will move the wooden crates.
All right. Okay. Then everyone going towards the Wycliffe Illusory Cathedral. I'll get you all to roll a perception check, please. The two of you to roll a perception check, that is.
Can I just help him? Because
Yep,
I don't have my
absolutely.
character sheet.
Yep, so that's right. So you're going to give Ragnar the 8 action, 14, 14. That's fine either way. So as taking a look around, you do notice a few things around town have changed. People seem to be in a darker mood. People are swearing a lot more. They're rougher. They're not getting out of the way of wagons and cursing at them. You can see a lot of people ignoring the hungry and the needy, whereas before it was only the outsiders they shoved off. Now it's even just their people they're kind of pushing away. So something's taken a turn for the worse around town, and you get the feeling that something innate has changed, and you're not sure what. But you make your way to the Lucer Cathedral easily enough. Mm-hmm.
Can I go up to one of the kind of like homeless people?
Yeah, there are a fair few more around now than there were before.
Okay, I want to pass a couple of gold and ask them Why does it so grim here? What's going on?
Well, a new law has been passed just recently, past 3-4 days, to help prevent anything untoward happening to the lords and magistrates ever again, you hear. So I'm sure you understand that it's been a bit harsh on the lower folk, that the districts themselves are now being patrolled regularly by the guard. Means that most of us, we're staying in different places and had our own little meeting places, our own little communities set up in and amongst the green spaces in the area. Well, we got kicked out.
Wait, so what's the law is just that there's to be more guards around, or
I believe
the actual law?
the fancy people said it's an increased martial presence to prevent the misuse of magical energies. So a whole lot of people are just getting, a whole lot of people are getting displaced, and emergency powers have been granted to the guards to search pretty much anywhere they want, anytime they want, and do anything to anyone who doesn't own anything. You know?
And this is like throughout the whole city?
Yeah. Even Portgate.
Oh.
So a lot of the sailors aren't really liking it. A lot of the sailors aren't really liking it because most of them that would kip off in the cots and stuff in the houses that were abandoned got arrested and held against their will, so they missed their ships.
Oh, I guess it makes smuggling pretty hard then too.
I'd say. I'd wager a good quarter of the men here were men who were employed to be less than honorable.
Yeah, that's fair. It's interesting that this would come into place after the one of the families or whatever got caught up in the whole zombie attack thing. It's interesting.
I think it had something to do with those nobles dropping dead, though. That's what I'm thinking. More people around, less likely chance someone's going to pull off something that nasty again. Same thing with the zombies. And the undead.
Yeah.
But between you and me, the men they've hired... the men they've hired for the guard aren't exactly the nicest of folk. They've taken the privilege a little too far, I think myself.
I mean, yeah. So, are you going to stay here in this district then, or are you, like...
No, not for more than a day or so.
Where are you heading off then? After?
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, well, there's, I mean, I can't say for sure, but I know the guard's presence isn't quite as heavily around the Squatter's Inn, up at the old Miner's Paradise.
Thank you. It's not often a person stops to help a stranger anymore. It's much appreciated.
Just trying to make this place a better place.
Gives you a nod. And he's like, I'm gonna be going though. You take care now. As he kind of walks away, he looks back at you a few times, almost as if he's trying to remember your face. As
continue on.
Yep, as you get you go towards the cathedral itself in the grand open green space, the field that really highlights the size of the Wycliffe Manson's large walls beside it, you see that faint shimmer of the illusory cathedral and manage to step into it relatively easily. This time, you can see there's a brief flash of brilliant white light, and it seems to you that a minute stretches out for far longer than it should while your boots don't quite touch the floor. And then, sitting in front of you in a throne we're sure wasn't there before, is the same wrinkled old man that you met before. He looks up and here I thought I told you not to bother me in this place again, or really any of our interests across town. What sort of issue brings you to a man who so clearly despises you?
See, I just thought you might you might be in the interest of selling favors.
Aye.
Maybe you need help. because I need a favor, and I'm willing to help.
I see. I've heard stories.
Your wife, I know your family doesn't get along with the group that I'm kind of warding over, but I could really use a favor if you could really use a hand.
Well, I can't say that we're so flush with people coming in that we don't require aid.
So, you got something you need me to do?
Not per se at the moment, but I wouldn't mind giving you a hand for one favor in return later.
Sure. What, Sure, yeah.
So we'll call it a blank check then. Excellent. And unfortunately, I have to stop us there for a moment because for some reason, there is no audio being transmitted on the stream.
Yeah, I don't even see you on Discord, on Roll20.
What is going on? Okay, so we were at the favor that you would owe the Archbishop kind of thing. He looks you up and down. So what exactly does this favor you require entail? Yes.
Good question. I have a friend
Mm.
who, for lack of a better word, was transformed into a wormling, a mechanical wormling.
I was going to say
by-
transferred.
Yeah, I would say transferred rather than. You're right. So I was hoping you might be able to help us as the most powerful looking magic user in Touch. Not
I see. Well, I can assure you I am but one of many. But transferring a soul? That's beyond my abilities.
Interesting.
I did not research into transmutation or conjuration or any sort of nonsense such as that. So for me...
Did he breathe?
I was just about to ask. I think he's gone again.
Oh,
Oh,
Xerxes, I think you glitched there for a minute.
yeah.
alright, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, what part did you guys miss at?
The last thing I heard was transmutation.
Yes.
Only halfway through the word.
Transmutation and conjuration were not my focuses in developing my skill set. While I would like to have some sort of collateral on you, I don't think I could help. You could visit my grandson. I'm sure he would absolutely love to make your acquaintance.
Is that be Euclid?
It would be Euclid.
Well, if he might be able to help, then yeah, I'd still be down for it. I'm sure you want me to go talk to your grandson, but do you know any other people in Touchstone that might be able to help me?
Well,
Even this I would consider a light favor.
agreed. The Grand Wizard Ferris would certainly be able to help you. Although making it through his tower, even I wouldn't try that. Not uninvited. There's also... What? Sorry? Are you interrupting me in my own cathedral?
I am sorry.
Continue.
I was kind of curious as how as you get his favor to enter his tower.
When you discover it, you'll have to let me know.
Will do.
Let's see. Last I heard, your Order of the True Saints had a commandant here. He might be able to do something about that if he was a cleric. Otherwise...
Is he a cleric?
Out of character knowledge? No, he's not.
Yeah. I don't know.
Your best bet would be the core cities. Euclid, of course, has studied the art of manipulation for centuries, so he'd be your best bet, I'd think, and one most willing to parlay. Because contrary to what you believe, your paltry party has actually aided us a quite deal recently.
Yeah, so I've heard. I've heard with your guys' new law.
Yes.
Emergency wartime measures, that type of thing.
Which will quickly crush those traitor scum back into the ranks of the commoners they so deserve to be. And we have you to thank for leveraging that in our favor.
I'm sorry, who was that?
That traitor guild. The Guild of Merchants. Nonsense, they never should have existed, let alone become nobility. And soon, the only ones left on the council will be the Teaks and the Wycliffes. We will control.
I don't think I've ever met any of the Teaks.
Oh, most likely you never will. Although I would say...
Secret party?
No, but they are... reclusive. And you have met them before. They're the keepers of the seal.
Ah. Okay, well that makes sense. Cool. So we've got the main mage, that guy, the tower. We've got Euclid, and we've got some mages in the core cities. It's interesting. All right. Well, like I said, I consider that information a light favor. So if you need a hand with anything, kind of, parcel delivered, that kind of thing.
Of course, I'll consider it a favor owed for now.
Sure. Or information, whatever.
But I have important matters to attend to. Please, see yourselves out before I do.
Before you see yourself up? Okay. We'll leave.
Okay. The cathedral does its little shimmer as it disappears beyond your ken again. You can see he's kind of sitting there looking fairly pensive before you do leave. At this point, Rox, you would have actually had the time to move all of your stuff up into your room pretty easily.
Oh, sweet. Is there anywhere that I could actually hide some stuff, or is this room fairly solid?
It's fairly solid. Like, it is a brand new construction, so everything is brand new. You could hide some stuff under the bed or in the wardrobe, but that's about it.
Perfect. Sounds good. in this room. I'll put him in the bed
Okay.
because he needs a place to just kind of chillax for now.
It's true, he does.
And I will.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll put the crates in the wardrobe along with the armor.
Okay.
I'll kind of use the crates as an armor stand,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Just handling the armor, touching it, you begin to feel more than anything a sort of pride come over you. The fact that you own such a magnificent artifact.
It's gonna live in this wardrobe for now. Until I can figure out either A, how to wear it, or trade it for something that I can use for
You can wear heavy armor, right?
I cannot. Not without massive penalties.
That's fair.
That's the glass armor, right?
Correct.
Glass steel plate, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, it's awesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Yeah, Escanor, I can't hear you at all. Because, well, I mean, for me, your thing is muted.
Yep. He's muted.
Yep.
Huh. Oh, that's the wrong button. We're just having all sorts of mechanical issues tonight, aren't we?
Tonight is a bad night, apparently. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Escanor, try to leave and then rejoin the chat, because when I accidentally unplug my mic, that's what I have to do.
Yeah, on Discord.
Just try shutting off Discord and then just rejoining.
Yeah, just try rebooting it. It might be
Turning it back on again.
most common IT thing. Looking at the bounty boards, in the 3 days that you've been gone, there are over 60 new bounties, most of them small time, between 50 to 100 gold, on different men in the area. Okay. You take note of all of them, and you rip off their little pins on the board to say that you're interested. And you have a bunch of new bounties on people that are petty criminals, thieves, looks like smugglers for some parts, sailors, some tavern brawlers. It looks like the town itself is actually willing to fork up the money for the bounties, and each one, like I said, between about 50 and 100. There are the odd few that rise up to about 200 to 300 gold pieces, but that's maybe 2 or 3 out of your 100. Each of these guys does have a list of crimes attached to them, and most of them, like I said, are small petty burglars, petty thieves. So whatever's going on, they're really cracking down on crime. Nope, none of you were up there. Nope. It's fair. Okay. So having done most of that stuff and gotten ready to go, I'm sorry if you felt like we were ignoring you, Mr. Escanor. I promise we weren't. I can't hear you at all.
I was ignoring him.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was the last thing he said before he cut out.
I didn't hear that at all.
That was,
Wow.
it was kind of at the same time. And then it cut out. And when I moved my Discord up, it still said it was muted.
Weird.
But I didn't think anything of it because I didn't know if he changed his mind.
Fair enough. All right, so you guys do eventually get back together at the Squatter's Inn. Supper, of course, is on the house as long as you guys do your daily chores, which you do with alacrity, of course. Is there anything else you guys want to do today? Or do you want to discuss plans as to what to do?
Yeah, I would say we should have a group meeting to discuss some things.
So what do we want to do
To figure out
about Tristan, or not Tristan, Yalek, because I found out that Euclid might be able to help us. The main mage will be able to help us, although his tower is still hard to get into, I hear. And also core cities.
Well, the core cities, I think, are out of the... Because those are weeks away.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we could try Euclid first. But, I mean, he wanted us... dead to begin with.
So I think, I mean, we have other stuff that we can go to the cities too. The only thing is that we're gonna miss Moon's Fall or whatever if we do.
I don't think we should miss that. Definitely.
I don't think so either. I don't know if you've also noticed, there's a giant crackdown on crime here. There are way more guards. Way more guards. Everybody looks grim as fuck.
Can't say I've really noticed.
Haha, I didn't notice.
There's Nescanor.
There we go.
Found a good time to talk.
Excellent.
Also, I don't hear any background. I don't notice any background noise, so I could just totally leave it on.
If it gets too cold and the vents turn on, then we'll get a lot of. It'll sound like I'm in a wind tunnel. There's a lot of things because my mic's not set up for streaming anymore, but it's a professional studio mic, so it'll pick up everything in the room.
That's fair.
I was gonna say I do hear something when he does actually start talking, but that's only when he talks.
It's okay, personal preferences and the like. So, focusing on what you guys actually want to do going forward.
I'd say we should approach Euclid. Do you have a way of contacting him?
No, but I'm assuming I just roll into wherever town hall is.
Right.
Yeah, I could probably just roll in and find him somewhere.
In
Get a hold of
regards to
someone.
the mage, I think if we approach the turtle, he gave us, I think, a ward or something. I can't remember. It's way ago. But he said there was some way to get into the tower, and I thought he gave us directions on where to go. But I could be wrong. We could always go back and talk to him.
I'm going to say that we should probably be careful because if we're not invited, we might not want to go in there.
That is true.
Because the dude said if you're not invited and you go and you trespass, you're fucked. Because he said he wouldn't even dare trying it.
No, I'm talking about the turtle. He's a servant of the wizard. He's
I mean, I'm talking about the tower to get to the wizard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there ain't no breaking in there.
No.
Even just walking in without his consent, we'd probably be fucked.
I mean, you could always try. It'd be entertaining.
The other thing that's happening is pretty well the powers, the main powers now are Wycliffe and Teeks. So we're getting close to a point where it's only basically a 2-horse race. But I've never heard of it. Just something to keep an eye out for.
All right. Well, let's see if we can set up a meeting for this Euclid and see if he can get us. How many more days until was it Moon's Fall?
Does anyone actually remember, or should I say?
It was like.
Yep. You said it was like a.
Yeah, it was like 15 days, and then we left for a 3-day journey, another 3-day journey back.
Well, we lost.
So it's like 6.
Being lost, so that's 8 days.
So 8 days. So a week.
We had a week.
It's actually 6 days because you guys did waste another day doing stuff prior.
Okay.
So after tonight, it'll be 6 days.
Sure. Do we have any way to get like a hand up on this Euclid fellow?
What do you mean I have?
I'm saying like bargaining power. And I mean, I'm saying this to the whole party.
You could bring him the head of the goblin. Or sorry, not the head of the goblin. You could bring him the goblin cleric. Like you originally wanted.
Do we think that's a possibility?
I thought the goblin wanted the Wycliffe alive to him, while the dude Wycliffe wanted the goblin dead.
He wanted the goblins dealt with. He didn't specifically say dead, but he implied it. But the request was dealt with, so alive would be acceptable, I think, as well. The only problem is the goblin wants Wycliffe brought to him.
See, I'm more in favor of that option if it came to be, because, like I said, Wycliffe's already have a whole heap load of power here, and judging by how this place is kind of looking around, it's getting pretty grim. I'm more in favor of taking Wycliffe over to the goblin, kind of taking some of the power out of the picture.
We'd be making another enemy in town, though.
I get that.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to make an enemy of that guy in that cathedral there. Sorry.
No, I totally understand. But like I said, it's like they seem pretty happy that we with some of the last stuff that we did, where
So I guess
where they basically enacted an emergency measures act and got a whole bunch more guards.
So I guess the main question is, do you think we can complete this in like 5 days? Because we'll need a day for recovery and prep, or maybe more. And how far were the goblins, Devin? Was it 2 days?
Just one. 1 day there, 1 day back. As long as you're not dicking around.
My preference would be the main mage. The main mage in the tower. He seems to be a little bit third party.
Okay.
That would be my preference, but
Well, we can try and get him. We might have to buy it. How much do we have enough currency to potentially buy this?
I don't know. I think I only have I have 160 gold. I don't know what that all buys me, but
I was gonna say, Rox, didn't you help out the mage when we first started this little adventure in Tombstone? Couldn't you say that you're interested in the ways of magic and try to learn from him?
I mean, he cast a spell on me, so I wouldn't say I have the greatest repertoire. But I've encountered him. I know what he looks like. But I mean, I can get the introduction, I guess.
So yeah, let's just go to the turtle and try to get to the wizard.
Yeah. All right. Is it morning or evening, Devin?
It's just past afternoon, kind of like almost evening kind of thing.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get an introduction for the morning or even tonight.
Okay.
We'll see if we can leverage this turtle.
So as you guys head to the town hall, you can see the turtle is still there. He's working away diligently, moving as quickly as he possibly can. As he looks up to see you folks, he goes, "Oh, hello. It's been some time, hasn't it?
It has.
Are you here with notarized marks?
Not yet.
Ah.
We are actually here for another reason. We would like to set up a meeting with your master, if possible, as soon as possible.
I see. This can be done in just a moment. He takes a moment and closes his eyes. You can see that his claws move like sketchily, or sketching out a kind of arcane sigil in the middle of the air. As he presses his palm to it, it glows fiercely blue. And he starts whispering underneath his breath. You can't catch what he's saying because the words just seem to disappear into the aether. And you hear a faint buzz of something responding. And as he opens his eyes, the master will see you.
Wonderful. Where do we go?
Through the door.
Is he pointing at a door?
Nope.
Is there any door?
I mean, there are the two doors beside him, the staircases that lead up, and then the door out.
I go, which door?
He points to the one that let you in. That one.
I will go through the door. Yolok, did you come with us, or are you just chilling out by your body?
You are muted, good sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. What did we discuss considering I had to go deal with a small child?
Oh, we went to go see the turtle to gain an audience with the master wizard.
To turn your back.
To turn me... Well... I'll come with. I'll just kinda, hide behind someone so he doesn't fully see me. And then I'll just pop out, be like, this is me, guys.
Okay. So then yes, I will open the door that we came in and walk through.
Okay. As you kind of open the door, you see it leads to a completely different place now. It's this kind of darkened stone corridor that explodes out sideways so that the door behind you makes no sense standing in the middle of this 40-foot wide hallway that kind of goes up into just pitch darkness. As you step along the cobblestones, there's this odd sort of echo that continues around you almost indefinitely, almost maddeningly, bouncing around the stone walls until you get to a large door, easily 13 to 14 feet wide and about 10 feet tall. As you approach, it opens, and it opens to what can be best described as like a lavish sort of cafe. There are 5 or 6 tables sitting around, all of them with massive chairs piled high with cushions and pillows. And sitting in the very center of it is an old elf. So old you can see gray in his hair, still wrinkled and ancient looking. He motions you towards him. Come, sit, have something to drink.
I will come and sit, I guess, on one of the chair. Does he motion to a chair, or does he just motion in general?
He just motions in general.
I will come and can I sit in this chair, and I'll just choose.
Yes, but he won't want to be in 5 minutes.
Okay. I will not sit in the chair, and I'll just kind of like stand beside it, I guess, unless there's some other chairs that are not as lavish.
He kind of looks around, and you look around, and no, all of them are pretty much piled exactly the same. And your friends! Come, sit, have a good time. Trust me, I don't... No, I do. I do bite. I promise I won't kill you. You sit like beside him at his table. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was quite rude. You sat on Petunia. How could you? That's okay. She only would have been there for another... It doesn't matter. She's alive. That's what matters, isn't it? You're alive.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess I asked for this audience for the opportunity to ask if I could purchase your services or trade for your services.
Well, I don't know what you've heard, but I'm not that sort of wizard. I don't just go sleeping with everybody because they have some pretty gems. How could you?
No, not sexual services, your magical services.
Well, yes, they are quite magical. Everyone says so.
But
Yeah. We have a problem that only a wizard can solve.
You'd be surprised at how often I hear that.
And as you are one of the most powerful wizards in town...
Not one of. The most. Absolutely.
Apologies, the most powerful wizard in town.
Yep, that's me.
We require, or we would like to ask for your help.
Okay, you've asked. Excellent. What's next?
Need an effect of soul transfer?
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh, undone. Ooh, that's much harder. Much, much harder.
Yes. So I've been told.
Absolutely. I'm guessing there's something to do with the worm on your shoulders.
Yes.
It's beautiful construction. He waves his hand and you literally go shooting into his palm as he catches you. Not bad. Not bad at all. I haven't seen the like in, I'd say... Not since the gnomes were... Oh, wait, no, the gnomes came back. It was a long time ago, trust me. So what soul transfer, out of this thing, right? Shakes it a little bit.
Yes. Back into its original body.
Do you have the body?
Not here, but yes.
Oh, where is it?
It's at our inn.
Be more specific.
The Squatter's Inn.
Not familiar with that one. Do you mind if I just peek into your brain for a moment?
Sort of, but the Miner's Paradise?
Oh, I do know that one. Yes, absolutely. I heard it burnt to the ground.
Yes, it's now the Squatter's Inn.
Really? It's only been a day or two, hasn't it? Oh, wait. Days, weeks, months, weeks? It's been weeks, hasn't it? Ah, okay. All right. Well, that's easy enough. And he kind of snaps his fingers, and a quick little portal appears beside him. Go get it.
Ragnar, can you come with me to carry Yolik?
I can carry him myself.
Alright, there we go. I go into the room, and... Rag...
I'm just gonna haul Yolik on my shoulder while I walk out.
Absolutely. The portal's still there waiting for you.
I'm gonna walk through it.
All right. So this is the... Oh, it's a dwarf.
Hey now. I was pretty cute.
You look better like this.
Well, I'm
He's not wrong.
I'm always cute. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it.
I'm gonna chuckle a little bit.
But, we're discussing business without drinks. That is just unforgivable on my part, as the host of hosts. Obviously, and he waves his hand, and goblets start flying out of nowhere, occasionally causing you to duck in a little bit of panic as they're moving at ridiculous speeds. But they stop in front of you, and they start to fill up slowly with a dark, dark blue wine.
I down it.
Oh, I was gonna down it too as a worm.
Just start drinking away. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna place Yolik's body down gently so I don't smash his head on the ground. And I'll take the cup and take a drink.
It tastes faintly like blueberries, and that's about it.
Yummy.
Delicious.
I'm not taking a drink.
That's fair. Well,
I will take the cup, but not a drink. Thank you.
Of course, of course. Why wouldn't I? So, back to business. You want me to perform a soul transfer in a body that's already been soul transferred. Are you aware of how incredibly difficult that could be?
I'm going to try to be aware.
Oh, excellent.
How aware am I?
Not very. You are aware it's a difficult thing to do, but the way he's describing it seems like it might be next to impossible.
I think it's difficult for my little understanding of what has occurred.
Yes, it's like trying to shove a full-grown man all the way up into his mother's womb. It's fun, isn't it?
I mean, no, depends what perspective, I think.
You guys come out of the mother's womb?
Yes, hatchling, they do.
Could you not? Could we not have the wormling just simply pilot the body rather than
Crawl up in
transferring
there?
his soul?
Oh, I'm not saying that I can't do it.
Magically, like a puppeteer.
I'm not saying I can't do it at all. No, no.
Because then he has the best of both worlds.
Well, that is an interesting point. Where would you hide the dragon body, though? Typically, dragons polymorph into humans, but this dragon isn't old enough to do that yet. And never will be, because you're a mechanism.
What if the dragon just hangs on the dwarf like a backpack when he's piloting the dwarf?
Well, I suppose that could be possible. That sort of enchantment would take me... Oof. I would say at least an hour. Probably closer to a year.
And would that be easier than doing the soul transfer?
I would say so. I mean, the soul transfer, retransferring a soul that's already been transferred is difficult enough as it is, but transferring it back into the original body, oh, that would take months. Months of work. Now, if you just wanted me to transfer his soul into a different container, that wouldn't be so difficult at all, but the original body would have already rejected him.
Like, how do you feel about being something else?
Oh, sorry, just one moment. And he's going to get up from where he's sitting, take 2 steps to the side as the chair explodes into fire randomly.
Good thing I stood up.
Yes.
What just happened?
Oh, that was me from 20 minutes from now, I think? Minutes? Hours? Days? Apparently he got angry at something.
Oh.
It
Cool.
wasn't us.
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't see your bodies, and you haven't died yet. Let me check. None of you are dead yet, so that's good. That's good. You didn't make me angry.
I'm happy to hear
You got
that.
it.
Kind of
What
feel
do
like
you-
a fish
How do
today.
you feel about being something else other than a dwarf?
Well, I mean, like, I don't want to be a rock.
Okay, but I mean something animate, something that can still deal damage and, live.
And be taller than 2 feet tall.
Like a dire bear?
I have an excellent vessel. I mean, it's a little creaky sometimes, but trust me, it's beautifully crafted. I think made by the same people who made your dragon. A little taller. Very elfish. So noble and handsome.
Can you
What about the big dragon?
transfigure the worm into a real one?
From metal
Good
to
point. What about
flesh.
the big metal dragon. Could we put him in that one?
Yeah.
I don't know. But as I said, I do have a body for him. And he kind of... He can make some motion. You can see this kind of fluttering, shimmering body move around and start dragging out this rather large, around 7 foot tall, Warforged body made entirely of wood that resembled an elf faintly. I could do that. It was made for me once upon a time. I didn't really need it, though. Good times.
You know what would be funny?
Yes. What would be funny?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Is if it, well, I was talking to Yalek, but
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
oh, no worries. It's a joke for everyone. You know what would be funny? Is if you were in that wooden Warforged and you had a ring of fire resistance.
That would,
'Cause I would,
that'd be the only way to live in wood.
yeah, but it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but he'd also have to get a ring of resistance to acid too. Would he not? Probably a ring of every element.
Well, I think a question of could you transform the mechanical into flesh? Give him like we're spitballing here. What
I could. From the mechanisms into flesh, that would take me no more than a few thousand gold pieces and perhaps 10 to 20 minutes.
How about turning this metal form into a different metal form? Is that easy enough?
That would be transfiguration combined with an advanced... Yes, I could do that.
Because you could just make him like a metal Warforged. Right?
I could, most certainly. I'm not sure why you would want to. The body's already heavily enchanted. It's resistant to most forms of damage as it is.
I don't know. I guess the shape is up to Yalek. I mean,
also he would stop being a living creature and being a living artificial creature if he went that way. He could become, by the sounds of it, a wormling, an actual wormling. I'm looking at the arch wizard, which I actually never asked his name.
Absolutely, he could actually grow as a dragon. It does take quite some time to grow a dragon, though.
yeah.
Or does it?
It does. It really does. I mean, it depends on how much they slaughter and eat. It depends on the color of the dragon as well. And if there's a hand guiding him.
Yeah, but you seem to be a little bendy on time. Could we not work out some way to speed up some stuff?
Oh, time is absolute. I just happen to not obey it.
Can we not obey it?
You don't want to go there, trust me.
So now the question is, what's the limiting factor on his age? Is it the size?
The size, the amount that he's eaten. I see.
Oh, Yellow. We have a relatively large dragon that I'm fairly certain by what was around it has eaten a fair amount. Now, granted, I would assume it'd be more expensive to do it, but that is an option. Or we could find you a different body.
I have several bounties where you could eat.
I say let's just turn him into a dragon and then just a flesh wormling and let him eat those bounties. That sounds fair enough.
It's up to Yellow,
I mean,
honestly. He's the one
yeah, he's an intelligent being. He can pick his own form.
So in other words, I can either become a wormling, or I can go into that wooden thing, the wooden elf.
Or you could be a metal Warforged.
Or a metal
Warforged.
Or, because this guy has portals, we could potentially put you into the giant clockwork dragon corpse that's just chillaxing in the middle of a forest.
Issue with a giant dragon? Well, I mean, even if I turned into a wormling, I would become a giant dragon. It'd be very hard for me to get into the squatter's inn as a dragon.
Take a human form?
Yeah.
We could potentially look at a ring of polymorph or something to alleviate that potential issue.
Alleviate that issue?
Of your size.
Yes. And then the wooden, so that wooden dude, what did you say? What did he say it had for like resistances and stuff?
That it would. All he said was resistant to most things. Or we could, look around for a bad guy, which I'm fairly certain would be more than willing to transfer his form into this little wormling and doing a body swap for you. I'm fairly certain they could be convinced to do that.
Hell, even someone who's drunk doesn't even have to be a criminal.
Oh, hold on. Some of us are still good here.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but y'all looks better, so whatever.
I mean, it's typically survival of the fittest, but
You could try to convince the drunk guy to go in Yolik's old body and then Yolik take the new body.
that could be part of it as well, yeah.
Because then you're not actually screwing the guy over, but then he also gets a body that can drink all he wants.
Your time here is limited. I suggest you make a choice quickly.
Yeah, remember what happened in like 20 seconds-ish, minutes-ish?
Oh, that's still about 10 minutes off. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so yeah, we got like 10 minutes to figure this out. Y'all, like, what do you want to be?
I don't know, man. What do you think is going to benefit all of us the most?
Warforged.
Not the question.
Y'all look
Short-term
boss.
Warforged.
What do you want?
I mean, I always say go big or go home. But
I say you
But I
turn
also
into the
know-
wormling to turn into a giant dragon eventually. All you gotta do
So
is
if
eat
I-
a couple of bounties.
So if I go into the regular, yeah,
Yeah, we have like 6 days before we're probably going to need y'all to be in condition.
Yeah, but he could also spit acid.
Oh, super effective.
you guys are just making this more difficult. The more
Okay.
you throw out things.
He
I'm gonna
literally
need
could
some
spit on a shoulder and then spit acid at people.
he could
How much
literally-
damage does your lightning breath do there, Ragnar? On average.
As it currently sits,
Yeah.
if out of game, if I roll good, it can roll. It should be roll 2d6. I think it is, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the thing
how
up.
much-
So
How much damage did you do last time you used it?
2.
I did absolutely
Yeah,
garbage.
two.
So 2,
2.
because I rolled 2
I don't-
now once.
I don't think puking parrot worm is gonna be super effective.
Well, dragons actually do way more than I do.
No, I know, but he's a wormling.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
so-
you can
He's
turn
gonna be a
into it.
wormling for when we need him.
And so, Andrew, you said Warforged? What is that?
It's a robot being, a robot with a soul.
A robot with a soul.
Yeah.
And he's still going to be like the same as what I am right now. So he's going to be a robot with a soul that's a 5th level monk.
Maybe.
You probably. Think about this. You'll have fists that are made of actual metal.
Yeah, I know that's kind of where I'm going for here.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Alright, I'm going to look at the dude man that I think still has me in his hand.
Yep.
I'll be like, let's do Warforge.
Okay, he takes a moment, and he kind of throws you up into the middle of the air, and you freeze there. And as he makes a motion, you literally explode into the thousands of tiny little clockwork pieces that compose you. He reaches in and takes out a little green gem, and it moves over to the Warforged body and slots it into a recess. Quickly, vines grow around it and pull it into the body. And then he takes a moment, mumbles to himself a little bit, and the entire body slowly begins to turn from. You wanted the metal one, right? Or do you just want the iron body or the wood body?
Metal one.
Okay. The entire thing begins to transform slowly into metal, and it becomes a very good mix of iron and steel. So you are going to gain the Warforged traits, which I can send you. You're going to lose your Dwarvish ones.
Give me 2 shakes. I still have a small kid calling my name.
That's okay.
I think this will work out better in the short term.
I was thinking long term.
I know, but I'm thinking 6 days from now, where some nasty shit could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Well, it
need
all
our
depends
damage.
on how. I was gonna say it all depends on how much he eats, and if we get a lot of those bounties collected.
Yeah, but like, think about it this way: ancient dragons are not like, no matter how much you eat, you're not going to turn into an ancient dragon in like 6 days.
No.
Well, he
Or
doesn't need
even
to
an
be-
adult. Or even adult.
He just needs to be the one up from a war. A
So
young
young.
one.
Yeah.
Honestly, a red dragon wormling is not even that bad.
Yeah, but considering the
Yeah,
number
well,
of people that we go against, like you can kill a young dragon fairly easily. Even a young
Well, I was gonna say because it all depends on where he sits. Because if he sits on, let's say, Escanor shoulders, where he's gonna be slightly behind me or behind Aiden.
At
He
this,
could-
at this point, it doesn't.
Yeah, he already made it. I was
I
just
have a second shield on my back that he could have made a little nest in during combat, so he'd be protected, but like all the time.
I mean, having him be Warforged also gives him more autonomy in a fight, rather than, oh, I puke acid. I'll wait for a recharge of 5 or 6. So,
I mean, he still had all of his monk attributes. He could still go punch things.
yeah, he
with
can
his
fly.
puny little T-Rex arm.
Well, I don't think any of his stats changed, so he'd be like Ant-Man.
His physical stats, not his mental one.
The wormling.
Is that what was said?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's typically how that works. But
I'm not even sure wormling is the right classification.
No, it is. Wormling's the right classification. He's small for a wormling, but he's still a wormling.
Because like a wormling is still like 50 feet long.
Yep. Wormlings are medium-sized. They are...
Yeah, medium. Sorry. Yeah. So I thought he was like super tiny.
He is. He's very tiny, but he still has the power of a wormling because he's a mechanical creature.
Gotcha. Okay.
so we're in this room with this guy.
Yep, you are.
Probably going to get angry at something. Did we pay him anything?
No.
He hasn't asked for what he wants for payment.
I missed part of it coming in here.
I say we run.
To where he has to let us out. So,
Oh.
Grand Wizard,
Huh?
what would you like in return for doing that service?
Oh, the mechanical body. That's more than payment enough, trust me.
What would you
Oh,
pay
for the wormling.
bigger mechanical body?
How big?
Big? Like,
It's like a
like,
larger and ancient dragon size.
I would say adult.
Where?
Adult. Well,
It's in the forest somewhere. I don't.
3 days north, was it, Rox?
He's going to take a moment, and Ragnar, I'm going to actually have you make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh god.
I wasn't going to give him that much information.
Good.
Ragnar, you have your entire life split before you like it was a movie, fast forwarded 1,000 times over, as the wizard raised his hand just to you, and is watching everything you have ever done or thought about go past in split seconds.
Wait, maybe this is why he gets angry. Maybe we should...
That wasn't fun. I did not like seeing that. Not gonna lie, I think my character might actually drop down and have a panic attack.
Most likely. Because as he's watching through what's happened to you and what's done so far, the moment you guys actually see the massive green dragon, he stops. And you can see his form shimmer a little bit as if it isn't really there. His eyes become amber and slitted, and copper-colored scales appear around them. As he turns towards the chair and breathes a massive gout of lightning, which blows not just the chair away, but a sizable portion of the room itself. That dragon used to be real.
Was it?
You broke it.
Broke it.
You broke it.
From what I could tell, it was
Get
mechanical.
out! And as he says that, all of you disappear out of the room itself, just vanish, and find yourselves dropping about 20 feet onto the roof of the Squatter's Inn.
See? Told you. That's why he got angry.
You can see at this distance, there is now a large visible tower at the very center of town, which was not there before, with a massive chunk blown out of the side, and a very large, you would almost say ancient-sized copper dragon flying away from that hole. Towards the general direction of the Emerald Dragon that you guys saw before.
So, you remember how you guys said you didn't want to make any more enemies in town? Yeah, I don't think that was it.
I'm not sure if he's gonna be back.
My guy's gonna be down for about a bit. He's gonna have psychological problems.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I'm very tempted to scale that building and go inside, but I'm not going to.
I cannot scale that.
I could, but I can't. I can, but I won't.
What was that, Escanor?
I'm gonna hang out with Ragnar.
Yep.
Make sure he's okay.
You can tell from the way that he looks that he's going through a lot of stuff that happened in his past that he just wasn't prepared for. And most of it seems to be slipping away from him again into the recesses of memory, but still he appears to be shaken and pale.
Alright, so how about we take a day to recover? I'm fairly certain Yalek wants to get used to his body. Ragnar obviously had something traumatic happen. I don't know what happened. But
Oh, you guys all saw it. Everyone saw it.
I'm assuming we didn't see his life flash before his eyes. We just saw the guy wave a hand and Ragnar crumple.
No, like a giant film reel, the entirety of his life unraveled before everybody.
Then I guess the thing that you guys would have saw was a mistake that I made ended up killing my platoon, and that's what's scarring me.
Fair enough. That is deep shit. But yeah, I think we could take a day to recover.
Are there any games or something that the platoon like to play that I was able to make out? Anything that you'd be able to be like, oh, that's stupid Yahtzee or something?
Go ahead.
Cards. That's why I play cards.
Yeah.
Cards? Alright, I'm gonna see if he'll teach me cards. I speak as if you're an NPC.
Fair enough.
Want to teach me that game, Ragnar?
Unfortunately, my guy's too psychologically broken. He's not going to be paying attention.
Any songs? Were there any songs that stood out?
A fair few, yeah.
I'm see which ones I can play to see if any ones that seem to calm. Not that won't make them worse. Anything that'll kind of help.
Okay, go ahead and roll a performance check.
All right, this is the one I fuck up. Team, get ready. Oh, not bad.
So I just realized that we left Yolok's body up there.
No, it's with you. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good, because I'm looting my own body
That's true for all your magical items and stuff.
for everything that I have.
Mm-hmm.
To the squatter's inn, like inside, and you can just put it in the room. Your old body in the room.
We could. I mean, I was gonna say we could do stuff with your old body, but I meant like place it and do pranks and stuff. Is what I meant to say.
That makes me uncomfortable inside.
So Yolok's body.
Yeah,
Hockey.
we could do pranks and that would be fun.
So
Or we could go sparring so you get used to your new body.
What was that, Escanor?
how was my performance check received?
You start playing some songs that Ragnar remembers from the times he stayed in towns when he was like on shore leave, essentially, with some of his platoon mates, and it slowly brings him out of it. Still leaves him shaken and a little out of it, but not quite as bad as he was before.
Cool. I'm just gonna do what I can to make him feel better for the rest of that day.
Okay. If you don't have inspiration, go ahead and gain it.
I have inspiration.
Craptastic.
Does anyone not have inspiration that wants inspiration?
Sure. Either one. Doesn't matter.
Roll for it. Why not?
I don't care. He could take it.
There you
Every
go.
time I roll for inspiration, I do 4. I do 4 on it.
Okay, let's just roll for it. Let's do it. See, you might win. Never mind.
Not quite.
You are so close.
I'll take
So
it.
close.
Yeah, I would be into Yolok if you're up for it. Sparring a little bit so you get used to your
Perfect.
digs.
Devin, does he have a different stat line than he had before? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
you'll have to remove the dwarf bonuses and add in all of the Warforged bonuses.
I know I'm trying to figure out all that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Warforged is
plus 2 con?
Bolos, I believe.
I actually sent the link in Discord. That's actually the 5e Wikidot that has the entire article there.
Plus 2
Yeah.
con, plus 1, increase it, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Still pretty.
Well, I just got to figure out what my dwarven ones were and take them away. So
Fair.
I think it's like plus 2 con plus some.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're essentially the same.
Yeah.
And then I guess the main question is, what's he made out of?
iron.
Metal.
Oh.
Steel and iron.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I lose out on really is my dark vision.
Yeah, but you get a bunch of different things.
He has the same poison resistance, and now he doesn't need to sleep.
Yeah, no, I just don't
He can
sleep.
eat or drink or breathe. He's immune to disease.
Yeah.
Dwarfs 2.0. Dang.
Yep. You also get a +1 bonus to armor.
Strong chance that he'll be back.
Sorry, was that?
So there's also a very strong chance that he'll be back.
Oh, you mean the wizard?
No, Yolok. He's
Oh,
a
that's right.
Terminator now.
Oh my god.
I'll be back.
By the way, you guys did catch his name, which was Pharos.
When did we catch that?
You asked me what his name was.
Yeah, the Archbishop Xerxes actually told you, the Grand Wizard Pharos.
Oh.
Oh, you might have cut out on mine. I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
To know. I'm gonna write that down.
That's what I want to do, but I don't know where my pen
All right. So is everyone taking a day? Is that what we're doing?
I have to.
I think
Yeah.
we should.
Okay.
I mean, I'll walk around town and scope stuff out and listen for any juicy
Nope.
news.
That was not the button I wanted to press.
Okay.
But other than that,
Well, if you guys are taking the day off, there's not a whole lot that changes really around town, other than the grim, dark feeling seems to pervade even further. Most people are staying in their homes instead of even going out. A lot of people quickly leave to shop and come back within the hour, not even bothering to take time to haggle. Most of the markets close down early before sun has set, and it feels like the entire town has some sort of pall over it.
Oh, you know who might know something about all these extra guards and grim
Commandant.
commandant, captain, you know.
You're not wrong. We should go talk Commandant Aganon
Mm-hmm.
and go see him in the morning.
Okay.
Sure. That'd be a good person to talk to.
All right, so as you guys actually finish up your stuff for the night, you go in the morning. Tinkle, Rox, Yalek. Yalek, you're going to have to stay behind and still work on your body a bit. You haven't worked out all the kinks yet. As you move, it does screech and squeal sometimes, but you manage to fix it with just a little bit of oil in the right places.
Some WD-40.
Yeah. Aiden's good to go. Ragnar, you'll need to roll another intelligence saving throw.
Ooh.
You kind of bounce back from your dark time with a bit of resilience to it now. Any intelligence saving throws in the future you're going to have advantage on related to that specific event to not cause you to spiral again.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
All right. And Escanor, you spent the night talking with Ragnar. You learned a bit more about his story because while you did see things, you barely heard them. So you talked to him through the night, and he was rather receptive, and you actually helped him out quite a bit, I would say, not judging on that nat 20.
Hey. It was the flute.
Mm-hmm. It did it. But anyone who wants to can head down. Is there anyone who's staying behind? I mean, Yalek, you probably should, but anyone else staying behind?
Yeah, I'm chilling for a bit.
Sorry, who else was that?
I'll go.
Ragnar's gonna stay behind.
Okay. So Tinkle, Rox, Aiden, and Escanor are all going?
Going where?
Keep watch over the two handicaps or the handicapables.
Sorry, to visit Commandant Aganon. Sorry, Rox, were you saying you'd stay behind?
I'll watch over the two handicapables.
So it's Tinkle, Aiden, and Escanor going on.
I would prefer to go speak to the captain because I know him better. And he might have different information.
That's fair.
I'm open to speaking to both. So,
And I'm just coming along for the ride.
sure.
Okay, so as you guys go,
First.
yep, you guys go talk to the captain. As you go into the guard's quarters where he's usually stationed, right next to the jail, you know that he's there and he's talking to a long lineup of people. There are a bunch of different guardsmen that you don't recognize, all of them literally hauling in, physically brutalizing in some cases, a long line of men and women who seem to have been some sort of criminal. He looks tired and fatigued as he directs them to different cells. As he notices you guys coming, he kind of waves you over and goes, I for my own sake, I need you to make this quick.
Okay.
What's going on?
What's going on here? It looks a lot busier than normal.
It's the new men. The Wycliffes ordered a bunch of new men in, and they are, I'll call them fervent. They really, really dig out those trouble seekers.
Yeah, I wonder. Kind of wonder what they're turning a blind eye to, but all right. Yeah, I just heard there was some new emergency measures acts in place. Whole place is kind of going pretty dim out there.
Just a bit. People are afraid. Friends they've known for years are all of a sudden being pulled in on charges that make no sense. Of course,
Charges.
We'll call it racketeering. Evasion of taxes. Smuggling. Even one count of piracy, but we're so far from the actual pirates, it's laughable.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, I guess I better let you get back to it. All right. I'll mosey on.
All right. Well, stay safe out there. We all know there's something coming.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Get some sleep when you can.
Sleep is for those who can afford it, and I am just poor today.
Yeah.
Tinkle or Escanor, anything you guys wanted to do, or are you just kind of tagging along?
I give the finger gun to the guard and then walk out.
Okay, Escanor?
I was going to speak to the captain, but he seems hella tired, so
I mean,
that'll be it.
He's still waiting for you guys to leave. Like, if you wanted to go talk to him, that's fine.
Well, he looks like just pretty much out of it, though.
Yeah, he's...
White, and I'm not going to get a whole lot more out of him, so...
That's fair. So the three of you head towards Port Gate, towards the Salty Sailor, the place of your most favored commandant, and as you kind of walk into the room, you can see that he's there, literally asleep in his food.
I'm gonna go just pull him out of it.
Okay, you kind of pull him out, and
Give him a couple slaps. Hey.
you notice
I'll cast prestidigitation on him, on his face.
to just clean him up.
Yep.
Aiden, his skin is cold to the touch.
I check his back for any knives or anything.
Do you do a quick check and you notice no chinks in his armor, no open cuts or anything like that? No.
Is he dead? Can I check if he's dead?
Whoever wants to can roll a medicine check, yep.
My medicine is 0, so it's,
My medicine is -1, so I will give you 8.
He looks fine. He's cold.
Taking a nap.
So yeah, I guess if he's gonna help me, do I get a roll with advantage?
You do.
Yeah.
Burrito. Don't roll a 1. Okay.
Nice. Taking a quick look, it's fairly obvious now that he's been cleaned up that he's been dead for quite some time. It's unusual that none of the patrons noticed, but looking around, most of them seem to be busying themselves with the waitresses and their own food. You can see there's... The food itself smells absolutely fine. But taking a closer look, you can see that there are faint marks around his throat, little scratches, and under his nails are bits and pieces of what you assume to be his own skin. His eyes are bloodshot, far beyond what they should be, even for someone who drinks regularly. It almost looks like he was strangled.
Without anyone noticing, and without him making a sound.
Yeah.
Interesting. I am... Okay, well, this is a big deal. I'm going to... This is like a private booth, right? Like, you can close the curtains?
Yep.
I'm going to close the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step back. And is there like a do not disturb kind of sign?
You can rope it off to for such an effect, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Why do I keep getting involved in this kind of shit?
Okay, so
I'm trying to get
here's my thought. I don't know how many people like in the entire town know that he's dead. This Emergency Measures Act might have been able to go into place because he's not alive. What kind of... I don't know who we would tell about that wouldn't... powers that would.
Before we do anything, we should search his body and see if there's any traces of anything.
Well,
Well, it looks like he was strangled.
So, traces of what?
Whoever strangled him would have had to have been magical in some way. It's invisible.
Oh, I guess we can. Can I see if there's any signs of an attack?
Now that you're actually in the place and making a perception check for me, please.
Perception. Okay. Anyone want to help me on perception?
Sure.
Cool. Oh, where's my button? There it is. Nice.
Let's go.
Taking a look around, you actually find several signs of struggle. His feet kicked against the ground and left indents. The table itself has been half clattered to the side and then put back. You can see the scrape marks where it was shoved back into place, and there are distinct markings around the booth that made it look like it's more than just a quick, simple fight. This must have been a dragged out affair, and nobody noticed.
I'm gonna go and see if I can gather information from waitresses and what have you.
While he does that, I want to search his body for what. I'm not gonna take his armor, but what kind of armor is he wearing?
He's wearing chainmail.
Okay, and does he has bags and stuff, right?
Not here, no, but he does have a coin purse, a small, another pouch that's just for basic necessities. You can see that he has his two swords set off to the side, one short, one long. And he has, of course, the badge of his office, as well as the twin swords emblazoned on his... his symbol of office emblazoned on his chainmail as well.
Okay, so I want to take his badge.
Okay.
If I can.
Uh-huh.
Does he have any kind of seal for signing letters and shit?
He does have the ring, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna take that just as I know it's incriminating evidence, but we might be able to make use of it in one way or another.
Okay.
Who would I normally go to for this? Who's the next in line?
You don't know. The magistrate's gone. His direct superior is gone. And he never like most times he didn't tell you. He told you there were seekers in town and there were inquisitors in town, but he didn't tell you where they were.
Yeah, I noticed. I'm just gonna take his swords too.
You notice that the swords do the sheath, the sheath on the sheath on the short sword actually has blood at its tip, and definitely not human. It's kind of a grayish green.
Can I make I don't even know what kind of check that would be. Medicine, I guess.
Yep.
To know what kind of blood that is.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You've heard that changelings have such blood in their natural forms.
Putting some stuff together. Okay, definitely taking that badge. And definitely swords.
Okay.
And there's not much more I can do with this.
No, not really.
Except maybe revive them, but we can't revive them at the moment.
No.
Okay.
In fact, short of actually talking to someone else of the order, you have no idea who you would report to, because the captain is your equal, the commandant was your superior, the magistrate was his superior in the party that you traveled with, so you know that you have contacts in the core cities, but a letter or a sending could take weeks to get there.
Unless it's magical.
Correct.
All right, that's going to be the next thing I look into.
Okay.
All right, you were talking to waitresses and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get any information on anything that was happening in that booth.
Okay. So as you approach a few of them, I'll get you to make an insight check.
Inside. Oh, whoops. Just
Oh my god.
Just a regular. Like, that is great. That is 3 critical successes tonight. Not in combat, but still pretty awesome.
Like in a row.
Talking to the waitresses, you notice 3 things that happen every time. First, they look at you and they catch your eyes and your skin tone, and their eyes go wide, and they take a moment to look at the crest that's obviously visible, and they breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, and they immediately go into like customer service mode, as far as you're aware. And the first one goes, "Oh, hey, honey, you looking to spend some money?"
It depends, but I'm not your typical kind of customer. I'm
No.
else is information?
Well, I mean, I'm really good at educating.
Okay, so what's been going on around here tonight?
Well, how about you spend a little bit of your silver and I tell you?
Silver, do I look poor to you? I'm gonna pull out a gold.
She immediately grabs it out of your hand, like stuffs it into her shirt. Oh, okay. It's been a normal night so far, only we haven't had much in the way of actual sailors in the Salty Sailor recently. So we're ending up with a few fewer bruises. Better tips, too.
And what about the gentleman in the booth that's currently cordoned off? Has his booth been quiet all night, or?
Oh, yeah. G over there actually dropped off some food, I'd say about an hour and a half ago, and he's been quiet ever since.
Alright, someone dropped off food, and other than now, it hasn't been cordoned off at all?
I mean,
Anything along those lines?
no, he usually keeps the rope open. He likes some entertainment now and then, and well, he does pay well. Not as well as you, but well nonetheless.
Well, thank you for your time. I'm going to go speak to the person who served him some food.
Of course. And if you are still interested in that knight, she gives you a wink and then saunters off.
A knight? Is he strong?
Oh, I'm sure you won't be by the end of it.
I'm always looking for ways to test my strength.
Okay. But as you head over, you can see that the one named G actually does have a bruise around her eye. She's human, fairly dark-toned in skin, and looks a little wary.
I'm going to lay on hands and heal her bruise.
As you go to touch her, she like shrinks away really fast. Hey! Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal. I know I work here, but that's not really my thing.
I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
I'm going to show the brand.
Oh, you're one of those. Okay, yeah, I suppose. What do you want?
To heal you, first off.
Yeah, and how much is it going to cost me?
Information.
Alright, what do you want to know?
The gentleman you brought food to earlier, was he alone?
Yeah?
Anything odd about the booth?
Well, not really, but I don't remember what happened after I got back from it. I was going to the kitchens, and then I blacked out for a little bit, I think. I came to with a headache, so that's the strangest thing that's happened to me.
In the kitchens, you have a bruise on your face, are you aware?
Yeah, that's not really related.
What's up from it?
Look, just move on, alright? Don't dwell on it.
Patrons giving you trouble?
I'm not talking about it, alright? I gave you other information. Can you just not?
Alright, well, if you need help, you come to the inn that we stay in. I have forgotten the name right now.
The Squatter's Inn?
Squatter's Inn.
Yeah.
If you need help, come to the Squatters Inn. I at least help people sometimes when I feel like it. I'm getting healer bruise though.
Okay. As the bruise kind of vanishes, she looks a little surprised, and she kind of just backs away and waits for you to leave.
Thank you for the information.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna head on back and give Aiden the information I found. Also, I managed, on that insight check, I managed to get a critical success and a critical fail.
It's true.
So,
Nice.
Gonna tell Aiden everything.
Yep.
And I guess Tinkle's there too.
Yep. Were you wanting to do anything, Tinkle?
Nope, I'm good. Just following.
Okay.
Yeah, do you have any insight, Tinkle, on what we found?
Not really.
So I think there's something strange about the kitchens, considering she said she lost.
I mean,
She was unconscious or something, and the changeling or whatever was able to take.
it's odd. Yeah, it's odd that it looked like he'd been dead for like 2 days almost, right? Did I hear that?
No. It's about 2 hours.
Oh, I thought I heard 2 days. Okay, well that's less. Okay. 2 hours.
Also, I think abusive relationship, but that's beside the point. If you want to help her later, I mean, there's no money in it, but I prefer not to have a dead waitress on my hands.
Devin, quick question.
Yep.
Is abandoned blood,
Mm-hmm.
is that determined to be an object, since it is no longer in a creature?
Considering they are cells and were once living, it is now dead. I wouldn't classify it as an object for most spells, but what are you thinking?
But I'm just going along the lines of a body without a soul is pretty well just an object,
Okay.
an item.
Mm-hmm.
I have locate object.
Okay. And you're trying to find the blood that's familiar to this one, yeah?
Yeah. See, I was hoping that this thing would have taken an item of some sorts, but the badge and the signet ring were left over. Would there be something else that this commandant would have that would be of use to someone trying to impersonate them?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
I'm
that you-
going to inspiration that
All right. Not that you can think of, no.
shit. It's
Do you tell
above
me
my pay grade.
on the sword?
What's that? Sorry, I didn't quite make it.
Well, I mean, I have them. They're just out and about. Sorry, what was that, Devin?
I missed what Eskener said entirely.
Oh, you asked if I...
I just asked if Aiden tells me about the blood on the sword.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, is there a
It
trail?
looks like changeling blood.
Is there a trail?
There is not.
That's a good question.
There most certainly is not.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So there's a couple options. If we can think of something that's a changeling or an object that I don't think that's going to be pinpointy enough. We could locate object to find the change.
Are there any things that changelings generally have on them? As in like a religion totem or something like that?
You can roll a religion check or a history check. That's what I actually had Aiden doing to determine if you could actually figure out what the changeling would have taken or if there's something on the changeling that he could find, but he doesn't know.
Just like knowing about changelings themselves.
Yeah, that's why it's the history check.
Okay. Ooh, bet you this doesn't go well. No.
Not that you can think of.
I'm gonna blow inspiration. I don't want to get a
Man,
four.
we're dumb fucks.
Yeah. We're just sitting there thinking, throwing out the same ideas at each other.
So the other option would be to use one of either the badge or the ring, or the blood itself as a bait, and get the changeling to come back and cover up some of the evidence.
We could spread rumors that there was tons of blood left from the changeling at the crime scene, and even a trail. He might have thought he was being stealthy, but we don't know how injured he actually was.
It's true. Good avenue for getting rumors about is the homeless.
Yeah, I've also got a ton of people that I've been helping over the course of time, using our inn as a base. I've got a net starting.
The other option is I can try and contact somebody from one of the core cities and let them know that the Commandant has been murdered.
But how reliable and quick is that?
Well, if motherfucker in the tower there can make portals, I'm assuming other people can.
He did say he was the most powerful, though.
Yeah, but that's in Touchstone, not in the world, not in the continent.
That's true, but we still need someone to get your message through
So,
quickly.
what options do we have? I don't have my book in front of me, so I don't know all of our options as Paladin. I don't think sending is even available.
Well, you do know that the most powerful conjuration mage currently that doesn't have anything against you would be Euclid Wycliffe.
Against me specifically,
Mhm.
but I am looking after this group,
It's true.
and he's not happy about that in the first place.
No.
I mean, I do know a guy with a caravan. It'll take some time, but I know the message will get there.
Could we go talk to who else is just even remotely magical?
Rock?
Out of your contacts that you know, there's the Archbishop, the Mythless monks who are mostly dead. You have the Wycliffes, you have the wizard and his companions and his apprentices, and you have the hobgoblin/goblin encampment to the east.
I just turned to Tinkle. I go, Tinkle, do you know how to send a message really far away?
Oh yeah, Tinkle.
It's beyond my level of magic, but it might not be beyond yours.
Tinkle, are you dead?
No, I'm.
Okay.
You were there for like a fraction of a second.
Is my mic not working?
It's working, yeah, you're good.
And now,
So they're asking if you could send anything anywhere, like send any message over a long distance.
I'm asking about the spell sending specifically.
No, I don't have that. I only have message.
I guess that
Alright.
probably big cities.
See, I don't want to go to the wide cliff.
Big cities are probably too far away for light signals to be effective, huh?
There are other ways to get across.
Like pigeons or ravens.
Obviously, pigeons are the best choice.
Okay.
Which the captain would probably have pigeons.
Yeah, Captain's busy.
Oh, I'm fairly certain. I'm not there. Never mind.
Well, that's just my thought for not going to the captain. Is that the captain's busy. I guess our best shot would be to go to, like, the apprentices of that mage. I know he's pissy at us right now, but...
Mages, his apprentices probably aren't.
Yeah.
Here's hoping they don't try to kill us on sight.
I mean, I'm comfortable just going in alone. If you guys are comfortable.
Why would I be uncomfortable? That sounds like a fun fight.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna turn into a fight.
We could make it.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be a fight.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's boring. You do that.
Okay.
I'll go see if I can't find information on other things.
All right.
Pull us in when we fight.
Sorry, I missed that, Tinkle.
Pull us in when we fight.
It's fair.
Devin?
Sorry, I heard call us in when we fight. Is that not it?
Yeah, that's all I said.
Okay, and then what was that, Escanor?
Do any of the 60 plus bounties I have anything that could potentially pertain to that waitress who had the bruise that was apparently not?
Without spending a few days looking into it, you wouldn't know for sure. It'd probably take you a few days to track down someone like that.
Okay, so I can't just look through the bounties and see narrow some down that might pertain to her specifically?
You probably could, but it would take you a little while. Like, I'd say an hour or two to narrow down, and then a few days to take a look through them, like, personally.
Okay, well,
Go check them out.
That hour or so while Aiden's going to his stuff.
Okay. I think we'll actually call it there for the evening, because there's a whole lot of stuff coming up that I don't think you guys knew about. So I think we'll call it there for the evening. Yeah, right? The world advanced while we weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Dev, would
Yep.
my character be able to send a message to, like, just a letter
Mm-hmm.
to any of my previous teammates when I was in the military about anything about Touchstone?
Yeah, sure.
Since, now I just had my psychic
Brain blast.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And thought I might as well use them since they're still in the military, from what I understand, or from what I know.
Okay. Just give me one sec here. I'm going to say goodbye to all the goblins who are watching. Thanks for watching.